your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. A Northport man is fighting the city to try to be able to continue selling puppies out of his home.
He pleaded his case before commissioners this week, but after a 6-hour debate, they decided to deny his request. Now the business owner is forced to decide what to do next. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick takes a look at his options.
It's been a long, complicated battle between the city of Northport and Northport resident Joseph Newman. The city argues that what he's doing, selling puppies from his home, is illegal. Meanwhile, Newman argues that he's been playing by the city's rules for the last couple of years and that the city promised him an exemption when he bought his property in the estates. Joseph Newman lives off of Tropicare Boulevard. Behind his home sits this kennel, where Newman says he can hold up to 26 puppies like this guy at a time.
We don't generate a lot of light pollution or noise pollution. It's all pretty much what you could find at Home Depot and what you'd find in an average residential home.
Newman says he sells approximately 300 puppies a year for $1,500 a piece. The problem is the property isn't zoned for commercial. Newman calls his business e-commerce because his customers pay online. The exception request came 2.5 years ago. It's been a battle in court ever since.
I've been transparent. I have not lied to you. I have told you the truth. I can honestly say that I can ethically and wholeheartedly back this business.
Newman's company, Sunshine State Pups, has been in operation since the battle started. But the city started issuing citations against him for doing so illegally before any official decision on the exception was made. Newman says that the city had told him if he followed their rules, which included buying a home with a lot of land, that they'd grant the exception. Instead, the city has denied the request.
I know that you're saying that this special exception is for a shed. It's so much more than a shed.
It's the activities that are going on the property itself, and I don't find that this fits by any means a web-based, simply e-commerce.
Some neighbors and city residents have been very vocal with their opposition, one going as far as vandalizing the road outside of Newman's home, claiming Newman is selling puppy mill dogs.
I don't believe that puppies deserve to be born, ripped away from their mothers, to go into cages in sheds.
I asked Newman what was next. While an appeal is an option, Newman is also considering moving his business out of Northport. Reporting in Northport, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Jess. Florida wildlife officials want to look at banning the importation of shark fins through the state's ports. Fins are considered a delicacy in parts of Asia, but finning is an illegal practice in Florida and the U.S. It involves cutting off shark fins at sea and then discarding the sharks. Some commissioners with the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission question why the state still allows the importation of shark fins separate from the rest of the shark bodies. But the commission did not lend support to a proposal before Congress intended to expand the nation's ban on shark finning.
This country and certainly Florida are contributing to the problem and the decline of sharks by having a role here in the global trade of shark fins. So prohibiting the sale and trade of shark fins takes away the incentive for this wasteful practice of killing sharks for the value of their fin.
The governor's office does not support the proposed federal legislation because it would also prohibit the sale of fins of legally caught sharks. The state requires sharks harvested in Florida waters to be brought ashore in whole condition.
Some Florida Supreme Court justices are criticizing Governor Rick Scott's recent decision to veto money to pay farmers affected by citrus canker. Scott has the legal authority to veto the money to pay residents whose healthy citrus trees were cut down by the state in an effort to eradicate the disease. Today, the state Supreme Court threw out a petition filed by Broward and Lee County residents trying to overturn Scott's veto. But one justice said it is a sad day for Florida citizens, and another called the Republican misinformed. Scott's office said he vetoed the money because of ongoing lawsuits related to the issue in other areas of the state.
And now for a check on our forecast, we're going to head over to Bob. Not as much rain, Bob, as we thought we were going to get today.
Right. A tropical wave actually caused the problem, bringing more clouds overnight and not allowing things to heat up. And the Lakewood Ranch webcam showing those clouds around today. We had a mixture of sun and clouds, a few showers, not a lot of rainfall around. There's still some more on the way. I think we'll see a few brief showers later on this evening. Right now, those are moving through Polk County, entering into Hardee and DeSoto counties. The heavy weather that was around earlier, and there wasn't much, continues to rotate off into the Gulf of Mexico. And looks like this wave will continue moving west and be out of here by late tomorrow. So we're not going to see that kind of mess things up. Well, yesterday you can see all that cloud cover and heavy rainfall across the state. And then clouds still kind of hanging around throughout much of the day today. This wave is extending all the way from down to Cuba, all the way through Florida. It will continue to move west. Behind it, right over here, some very dry air in place, but I don't think we're going to see that tomorrow. We'll still see a 40% chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms, a little bit below the norm, but still there'll be some around. 90 degrees at 73 in the dew point. Winds are out of the east-southeast at 14. More on your weather coming up in just a few. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Now to the latest in the case of 4 missing men outside of Philadelphia. Police report finding multiple human remains, and now they have identified one of the victims. And as ABC's Maggie Rulli tells us, police are now combing through a 90-acre farm looking for clues.
In their search for 4 young men missing outside Philadelphia, authorities are saying they've now found multiple human remains, cadaver dogs leading them to this common grave.
They're down 12 foot deep in a hole that's getting deeper by the minute.
Police have identified the remains of at least one of the missing men, 19-year-old Dean Finicaro. Finicaro, 21-year-old Thomas Mio, 22-year-old Mark Sturgis, and 19-year-old Jimmy Patrick disappeared last week.
You're going to notice he's gone. And I don't know if we're ready for that.
The district attorney says investigators have been working around the clock in shifts, dealing with the intense heat and dust, zeroing in on that grave after painstakingly searching this roughly 90-acre farm. The farm owner's son, 20-year-old Cosmo DiNardo, is being labeled a person of interest. Officials say DiNardo has an arrest record, a history of mental illness, and he's been well known to police since he was 14. Police first arrested DiNardo on Monday on an unrelated gun possession charge. After he posted bail, police arrested him again, this time saying he tried to sell a car belonging to one of the missing men. DiNardo is now being held on a $5 million all-cash bail.
Police remain active here in Bucks County. They're still digging up that common grave, and they're working to put together a timeline, figuring out how DiNardo and those 4 young men might be connected. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Bucks County, Pennsylvania.
New developments tonight in the case of 2 Florida teens who were lost at sea nearly 2 years ago. It appears the family of one of those teens plans to file a wrongful death lawsuit. The case of Austin Stefanos and Perry Cohen, the 2 teenagers lost at sea, may soon be a case in 2 different courts. Cohen's family has announced plans to pursue that wrongful death suit. Meanwhile, Stefanos' mom is trying to use an old maritime law to protect her from being sued by the Cohens for more than the value of the boys' recovered boat, which is only about $500. This week, a federal judge put that case on hold and is allowing the Cohens to move forward with their lawsuit in state court on one condition.
That they would not pursue collecting on that judgment until the limitation action has been decided in the federal court.
So if the Cohens win in state court, the only way to collect anything more than $500 is to go back to federal court.
Congress is looking into how to crack down on hazing on college campuses. Lawmakers unveiled the Report and Educate About Campus Hazing, or REACH Act, today on Capitol Hill. Supporters say if the measure is passed, it will require colleges to report hazing incidents as part of their annual crime reports.
It is my hope that the REACH Act will help prevent more families from losing loved ones, that we will curtail hazing on campuses and protect America's students.
The measure comes as the preliminary hearings begin this week of more than a dozen Penn State University students into the death of a pledge. 18 members of a fraternity face charges in the death of 19-year-old Timothy Piazza, who was fatally injured during a hazing ritual.
The developer of Lakewood Ranch is offering to sell the premier sports campus to Manatee County. The 127-acre campus has an estimated value of $20 million, but the developer would sell it to the county for just $5.2 million. The offer would also add 36 acres north of the site for future expansion, specifically a public aquatic center. The campus is part of a booming industry called sports performance. Nationally, the Sports Facility Advisory reports youth sports and sports performance has become a $7 billion a year industry. And in Manatee County, the Bradenton Area Economic Development Council expects to see that industry grow by 14% in the next 5 years.
The sports performance industry is a unique niche for the local economy here in the Manatee County region. Tourism dollars generate a strong economic impact for our local economy, and the sports performance industry is a part of those tourism dollars.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, we look at the larger sports performance industry here on the Suncoast.
Students at Braden River Elementary School are exercising their minds during a creativity camp. The kids got to take part in all sorts of activities, from learning to build their own robots to CSI forensic investigations. The kids also got to sharpen their storytelling skills with lessons on storyboarding and development. Teachers are also emphasizing a more open learning environment while teaching them some valuable future career skills.
It's just good to know these, little things. It just helps you during, your lifetime.
That's what's going to make kids love science, not studying for an exam.
The camp also aimed to help kids tap into their creative side.
Another one of those camps that looks really fun.
That I would like to attend myself, and I definitely would have liked to attend as a kid. I think they're learning a lot.
Yep. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, Walmart makes another attempt to beat Amazon in the online shopping game. Good luck.
Yeah, what the retail giant is doing to try and get more customers during back-to-school shopping season. That's straight ahead.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Your home is the largest investment you have. So when you're looking for furniture, window treatments, and accessories, from America's top brands like Henredon, American Leather, and Hunter Douglas, the only place you need to go is Bacon's. Quality, service, price. Bacon's Furniture and Design, Sarasota.
Watch ABC 7 wherever you are. Just search ABC 7 on your streaming device to keep up with the Suncoast from the comfort of your couch. Download ABC 7 now to watch us on TV anytime you want. ABC 7, we're here for you wherever you are.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
For women considering having a baby, your overall health during pregnancy may have implications on your child's behavior. A new report suggests a key consideration you should add to your pre-pregnancy checklist getting to a healthy weight. The study states that mothers who were overweight during their pregnancy ensured their kids were at a higher risk for external behavior disorders like attention deficit hyperactivity disorder or ADHD. Oddly enough, this phenomenon seems to be exclusive to boys born from obese mothers. Reasons for this are still unclear. Now let's head over to Bob.
Well, the Anna Maria webcam showing the sky's kind of cloudy throughout the day today as a result of some moisture and debris clouds left over from last night's rain that occurred along the East Coast. You can see it's been kind of a cloudy afternoon, too. Most of the showers, though, missing this particular area heading off into the Gulf. And that's where most of them are right now. You can see that activity continue to move off to the west and performing quite well as far as lightning goes. It's over some very warm water here, so that's giving it the strength. It didn't have that strength today because of all the cloud cover over here. Normally it would fire up here over central Florida and move in our direction, but just because the clouds were around, it kind of kept that at bay. Some showers down to our south, approaching Miami and to the north of us right now. A little activity. Keep an eye on this. These are starting to pop up a little bit stronger as they move to the west. Looks as though we'll see a little bit more of this head our way. It'll take an hour and a half, 2 hours before it reaches the coastline here in Manatee and Sarasota counties. So we have a little time to relax. It looks like most of the activity won't be around through the next couple of hours here. Well, in the tropics, there's the tropical wave right there. It continues to head off to the west. Quite a bit of cloud cover from North Florida all the way down into Cuba at this time. And it looks as though that has not gotten any chance of developing, although we'll keep an eye on it. And some dry air in place here. Look at the clear skies just east of the Bahamas. A lot of firing up of activity here to the northeast of Puerto Rico. That's additional moisture that'll be around next week. 90, it's 90 right now. And the dew point temperature at 73. Winds out of the east-southeast at 14. The pressure 30.07 inches. The high today 93, above average. It has been all week, too. With an east wind, you always see that. And 96. The record set back in 1932. No rainfall report today. Our deficit just over 9/10 of an inch, and really for the year we're only about 3 inches over average, and it won't take much to catch up. We saw that earlier this year as we caught up in just a short period of time in June. 89 in Jacksonville, 93 in Tallahassee, 84 now in Key West, Miami at 89 degrees. A lot of dry air. I mentioned that over the Bahamas now. You can see that quite clearly, and the dry air has been helping kind of knock down any tropical system trying to develop lately. And there's a lot of it in the Atlantic, and that is good news for us right now, temporarily. But as we head into, again, late July and August, we'll start to see, I think, more tropical systems have a little bit more importance. Now, for us, mostly fair overnight. A few clouds and a few showers possible tomorrow, partly cloudy skies to start today. That moisture will work over, and we will see a little sea breeze develop, so a chance and a return to showers and storms around 3 o'clock, intensifying somewhat throughout that late afternoon, it looks like, and then eventually back into the summer pattern. Now, the dry air to the east of the state, though, may bring that down a little bit. So our rain chances will stay below climatological averages, right around 40% to 50%. We'll see them at 40%, even 30% in some locations. 60s now in places like Minneapolis, Toronto, 50s in Boston, 87 though in Kansas City, and Phoenix at 105. St. Louis now 91. For boaters, for the rest of the evening, east winds at 10 to 15 knots, and a few storms are possible. Winds will be staying out of the east, too, tomorrow. And for the low tide, 11:22. High tide will be at 5:11, and sunset at 8:28. Partly cloudy, slight chance for a few storms tonight, 76 for your low. Tomorrow, 40% chance for storms, a high of 91, and then we'll start to increase that rain chance on Sunday as we'll start to see a little bit more moisture come back into play. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Now the Suncoast Traffic Watch. Traffic is backed up on US 41. This is right near Fruitville Road in Sarasota in the downtown area.
Some passengers will have to pay a little more to fly. Delta Airlines says its passengers are paying higher fares on average for the first time in more than 2 years. In addition, both Delta and American Airlines say they expect their fares to climb higher. U.S. airlines have struggled to raise fares in recent years due to the low fuel cost, additional flights, and greater competition. But Delta says fuel and labor costs are rising again, and that, along with strong demand for air travel, justifies raising the fares.
As the back-to-school season draws closer, it's hard to believe it feels like school just ended, but Walmart is gearing up with new changes to better compete with Amazon. The retail giant is making hundreds of supplies, including pens and backpacks, available through its online grocery shopping service. Walmart is also doubling the number of items that are available for same-day store pickup. Online shoppers will be able to get their kids' school supply list on the website. The back-to-school season is Walmart's second most popular shopping day behind the holidays. So you can order online. You get your milk, cheese, whatever you're going to do your online grocery shopping, plus a backpack and a calculator. So works out perfectly. Why not?
You know, maybe wait for the tax-free holiday.
You have to do that. It makes the most sense for sure.
Entertainment news is next. Stay with us.
The Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio charmed us all and crippled the competition. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Summer clearance. Get your free $100 gift certificate to the first 100 customers who purchase $500 or more. And pay no interest for 1 full year with same-day pickup or next-day delivery. This special purchase 7-piece set, now $3.99. This dual reclining sofa with drop-down table and cup holders in beige or brown, $4.99. This Florida white bedroom set, $5.99. At the Furniture Warehouse in Sarasota, Bradenton, Venice, Port Charlotte, and Ellington.
And save big.
I'm Cindy Lou. I'm Susie. I'm Missy. And I'm Betty Jean. And we're the Marvelous Wonderettes. Mr. Sandman.
Experience the best girl group songs from the 50s and 60s live on stage at the Players Center July 12th through the 23rd. Call 941-365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. You'll fall in love with the Marvelous Wonderettes.
I'm so alone.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Record-setting hot weather means your AC is working overtime to keep your home cool, which can lead to high bills. That's why we're bringing in the energy experts from Florida Power and Light Company. Watch ABC 7 News from 5 to 6:30 this Tuesday to get your questions answered during the FPL Ask the Energy Expert phone bank. From free online tools to FPL's new mobile app. Learn how to save energy and money, only on ABC 7.
Alfa Romeo got a lot right with the Giulia, but the handling alone is sufficient reason to get one. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
This year's Primetime Emmy nominations are out, and 2 shows are ahead of the pack.
ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has a rundown of which programs are getting noticed.
I just want to thank you for all you've done.
Helped by some headline-making performances, SNL tying for the most Emmy nominations this year.
You're one of them, aren't you?
Westworld also getting 22 nods, pitching in to keep HBO at the top with more nominations than any other network, with 110. Netflix following with 91 nods, including for 3 of the 7 shows in the Outstanding Drama Series category: Stranger Things, The Crown, and House of Cards.
I know exactly what they need.
The stars of that show nominated in the Best Drama Acting categories. Kevin Spacey up against 5 other actors, including 2 from the NBC show This Is Us. Robin Wright competing against stars including Oscar winner Viola Davis of ABC's How to Get Away with Murder.
You finally get to be me.
And Elizabeth Moss of Hulu's The Handmaid's Tale. That new show also getting a dozen other nominations.
Going in, everybody knew that this was going to be a crazy year of a lot of wild cards because Game of Thrones was ineligible this year, so that opened up so many categories.
In the comedy categories, ABC's Modern Family and Blackish among the nominees for Outstanding Comedy Series.
Only 2 black dolls. African American.
Blackish stars Tracy Ellis Ross and Anthony Anderson both also vying for wins for acting.
I'm so happy for you.
I'm happy for you.
And we'll find out the winners September 17th. The 69th annual Emmy Award show will be here in LA, hosted by Stephen Colbert. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Lots of good shows, some obscure ones, but
Yeah, it's getting harder and harder to pick them.
I know.
You know, there's so many now new places to watch TV.
Amazon, Netflix, yeah, all these new stuff they're coming up with. We'll be right back.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.